Yes, this is Michelle Green, founder of Kingdom Builders, the enterprise. So that's Kingdom Builders Credit Repair, Kingdom Builders Community Development Center, and Kingdom Builders Business University. Hello and welcome to my podcast. I wanted to start out with this song today because we can do it together. We can fall and we can do life together. And it is absolutely normal. I was thinking about today that when we wake up each morning after we have lost a loved one, the reality doesn't set in immediately. The reality doesn't set in because sometimes we can be asleep and dream about that person, or dream about something that may have never happened before with that person. And for some reason in my dreams, the person that I loved, the people that I've lost in the past, when I dream about them, if they have passed away in real life, they don't ever speak in the dream. They don't ever have anything to really say in the dream. But they're there, and I can feel the presence of their love. I can feel the presence of joy. I can feel the presence of peace. I can feel everything about that person that is beautiful, that is great in the dream. But when I awaken, I don't always remember that they're gone. So what I want to share in this message today is that sometimes the dream is better than the reality. Sometimes when it comes to us losing a loved one, and we are thinking about them and we're thinking about all of the things that we did, even if we are awake, the things that we did with them, the moments that we had that were happy or joyous. But we also may be thinking about the things that are not so happy and joyous. Because in real life, there's nobody that has ever lived that just had it one way. I want us to be real with each other. I want us to be real with ourselves. We're not perfect, and neither were the people who we lost. The people that have passed on, the people who are no longer here, they weren't always the greatest, as we would love to say. There were times when we may have been angry with them. There were times when we may have been, just feeling some kind of way about them. There may have been times when we just, decided that, hey, maybe we're not even going to talk to them. There might have been a dispute or some type of argument that we thought that we needed to hold on to, that was so important for us in that moment. And many of us, in the person's passing, we will hold that guilt over our heads. But listen, that's not humanity. That's not how really life goes in death. For the ones who are left behind, for the ones who are still here on earth, we have to be all right with the truth. And the truth is that sometimes the things that we can dream about and the things that we put in our mind, whether we are awake daydreaming or we're in the bed at night sleeping, wherever we are, that dream can be better than the reality. The reality is that you did have some ups and downs. The reality is that everything didn't go exactly the way that you wanted with that person. And just because they're no longer here, it doesn't mean that you should walk around with guilt and shame and hurt and regret. It doesn't mean that it's now something that you should carry on your shoulders for the rest of your life and take to your grave. Why? Because people are really people. We're humans, and all humans have ups and downs. No matter what their financial status was, no matter what their credit looked like, no matter what they did or didn't do in the relationship with you, listen, they were human. And it is all right that they were human and that the relationship wasn't everything that you thought it would be. It's okay to now still love them and forgive them, even in death. And it is okay to know and accept that they forgave you, whether you believe it or not. Once they cross over to the other side, listen, even though I've never been there, once they cross over to the other side, I truly believe that the love of God encompasses them. It encompasses them. And when it encompasses them, it means that all is well. The forgiveness that they may not have expressed before they left this earth is actually still there. It's there in death. It's there in the spiritual realm. It's there in their hearts in heaven. And I know some of you might be thinking, well, I don't know if they went to heaven, but hey, that's a different conversation. So what I'm saying is that sometimes the dream is better than the reality, because sometimes the reality hurts more than the dream. We can always make up things in our minds of what things should have been like, what they even were like. In reality, we can switch our ideas to think of, oh my goodness, this person was really a great person. This person really did come through for me. There are, of course, things that we will realize after our loved one is gone. When my mom passed, I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, there were so many things about her that I didn't know. There were so many people that gave me stories about how kind she was and how loving she was and how she impacted their life that I had never heard of before. And it hurt. It hurt me because I didn't know those things when she was alive. I didn't know those relationships that she had cultivated. I didn't know the time that she spent or the things that she put into other people's lives because I wasn't with her every day. And I want to say, guys, that the dream is sometimes better than the reality because we don't always get to know it all. And it's okay, just like I didn't know everything about my mom. And I still don't know everything about her. And I may never know everything about her or any other person that I've lost in death. And guys, it's okay because those dreams that we have, we can always smile in the dream. We can always create in a dream something that we cannot have in reality. And I'm grateful for just that. So, guys, let's dream again. Because sometimes the dream is better than reality.